How often do you wonder why you're here? How often do you wonder what life's about, what your life's about? How often do you question what the purpose of your life is? Well, these are very good questions, and in these few minutes I'm going to try and help you find a way of, if you like, just approaching an answer to them. But first of all, it's very important for me that you ground this kind of inquiry, this kind of spiritual pursuit, if you like, in the physical reality of your life. It's very important that before you start flying off and, seeking your deeper purpose, that you have some idea of what's going on in your life. And I have a simple process which takes 5 steps which help men particularly look at themselves and look at what's going on and understand themselves better. They simply are awareness, which is understanding your core essence, your cultural conditioning, where you are now and how you got there. It then moves on to acceptance, which is just accepting what you found in the first step, accepting your life, your anger, your love, your whatever's good or bad in your life. And then you go on to look at activation, which is about bringing out what's truly amazing in your life. It's about, moving on to what is fabulous. And then there's authenticity, which is about having the courage to live your life honestly and to live it as you are and really as who you are. And then the last step, which is, to me, the most important, is adventure. That's when you push out beyond your life as it is now. And it's really in that step that you would start to develop, if you like, some spiritual awareness or some idea of your purpose and what's going on. So how to go about that? Well, there's two views on it. There's 2 ways of looking at it, if you like, that appeal to me and I think makes it easier for people, and I think can make it easier for you. The first one is to imagine that you're a spirit up there in the universal consciousness. This is before you're born. You're a universal spirit, and you're able to see what's going on in the world, and you're able to, if you like, make judgments, good judgments, but judgments about what needs changing, what needs supporting, what needs transforming into something even more amazing. So as that spirit, you look down and you see something that you think needs to be created or changed. And so you decide to come down here in a human body and do some work on that. So you make a choice. You make a choice about the family you're going to be born in, when you're going to be born, the period, the time, the geographical area, because that will bring you closest to achieving what it is you've set out to do, if you like, what your mission is. But the key element is that before you come down, you go through a process which wipes your memory. So you come down, you're born here in a physical body, and you no longer remember what your mission is, what your purpose is. So it's then for you to find that mission. If you like, your purpose is to find that mission and to do the work that you came down here to do. So to find what that is, I find it's very helpful to look at where you were born, who you were born to, what's happened in your life, and how that could be leading you to something that is deeper, that's something that you could call your purpose. But to understand what purpose is, I like to tell the story of the bee. It gives a perspective which is perhaps a shift on the normal view. The bee flies around and thinks that it knows its purpose. Its purpose is to fly out there in nature, go to flowers, pick up pollen and nectar and go back to the hive and create honey. And that honey is there to feed the young bees and feed the queen bee and keep the hive going. So it has a purpose to just keep itself and the hive and other bees going. But in fact, in nature, the bee has a totally different purpose, which is achieved by doing what it does normally. Its purpose is to fly from flower to flower, pick up pollen on its hind legs, and move the pollen from one flower to another. And this process is the process that creates reproduction in flowers. It what generates new flowers, it what keeps flowers strong, it what generates that amazing display that we see everywhere. The bee doesn't realize that, but it fulfills its purpose. So think about that the next time you're digging deep and trying to find, if you like, your spiritual purpose. So look at your life perhaps from a different perspective. Look at your life from the perspective, though, of who you are and where you are. And just remember, sometimes you could be doing the normal thing you do every day, and that indeed is your deeper purpose.